massive corporations that are trying to destroy Naruto. My haters that are like, oh my god, this anime YouTuber is such a dumbass. If that's the best insult you have to fling at me, I feel pretty well protected right now. And remember to stay weird, fam.
Nux Taku. Let's talk about him. Let's get into the meat and potatoes. Alright you guys, as you know from the poll, this was a video that I had to make because you guys personally wanted, which I am so surprised about. I can't believe you guys wanted this. I figured you guys would more be into like actual like stuff like anime or something, but you know, whatever you guys want, I'm here to give. Okay, so Nux Taku. Basically, this video is just gonna be me ranting about some of the stuff with him and overall what's been going on with him overall that I just wanted to just like come down and just like talk about, and also give a nice little thumbnail to have that sweet clickbait, but you know how it is, Anyways, let's get into it. Nuxtaku is basically the OG beginnings that basically any YouTuber has. He's basically just a dude who started off making anime videos in his room, basically talking about like characters and the nuances between them and what he loves about them, because he's a big fan of fiction. He likes studying fiction, he likes getting into the nitty-gritty and breaking down like every little bit and piece of fiction, because it's his thing. He likes doing it. Understandable too. Fiction's awesome, dude. Fiction is cool. It makes you forget about the cruel and bitter existence that is this reality. People mostly know him due to his the Nobody Understands series. You guys may have seen it like once in a while here and there, and your feed recommended if you watched him. Also, you may have heard the term of him like talking about making a video about No One Understands Zoro, which he still hasn't. Honestly, Nux, don't make that video. You don't need to, bro. We can go without that. We can go without that one. Zoro's trash, anyways. Overall, dude is just a YouTuber who's just trying to do his thing and survive on this platform, just like anybody else would. But now, I actually wanted to talk about a few main things. Well, actually, I don't know how much things this is in particular, but we're going to talk about them. The first one we're going to be talking about is his little situation with my anime list and the hit anime, the top #1 rated anime on my anime list, Interspecies Reviewers. Oh my goodness, this was a funny one. So if you guys may or may not know, back in a while ago, back in the days, I think it was like a few years ago, basically, Nux was a big fan of this anime known as Interspecies Reviewers. To give like a summary that won't cause me to get my cheeks clapped by the YouTube overlords, basically the whole anime was basically about these dudes rating other creatures and how good it is to have sex with them, essentially. Yeah, it's a weird concept. I know. Honestly, if you're into it, if you're into that type of stuff, I'd recommend giving it a watch. It's not bad, you know. It actually has a really good ending, which is really nice. Well, I shouldn't say nice. It's a really interesting ending. But yeah. He basically, with his fan base, decided that it would be a great idea to go onto my anime list and make Interspecies Reviewers the #1 rated anime, surpassing Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. As you guys may or may not know, we say Hudo in this. Anybody who says Brotherhood, you're cringe. Get off my channel immediately. So yeah, he's did this whole thing, and my anime list, it got to a point to where it actually was the #1 rated anime for a short amount of time, and honestly, it was freaking beautiful.
But as far as the end of my anime list's career, which is based on the meme, my anime list breeds. Nux, I'm about to end this man's whole career. Yeah, that meme. And that's never what I intended to do. They just basically got flexed on so hard they decided, alright, well, to combat you, we are going to expose ourselves. Oh, the poor volunteers. Oh, yeah, well, maybe if you'd actually have, you know, a staff member or two that you were paying to do things, I would feel a little worse about this situation. But the fact that you're like trying to flex on me back by saying, well, we have over 150 million page views, and expose yourself in the process, as well as revamp your entire site to not include very legitimate scores that may come from people that like Interspecies Reviewers, fam, you took a big L, and you released a whole statement. Well, we actually were planning on working on these changes for months to the scores. It was a total coincidence. It was right after Lord Nuxanor and people like Noble, who's also a mad lad, decided to send people to vote highly on Interspecies Reviewers. Total coincidence. Yeah, nicely timed there, my anime list. Trying to flex on me back by changing and revamping your entire site. I think that this just adds fuel to the flag.
I was clapping. I was just like, I am so proud of this community. Hell yeah, gamers. And it was just an overall, it was just a funny thing to laugh at. It was pretty nice. It was pretty nice. I wonder if My Anime List actually pays people now and stop using volunteers for their website. I wonder. If any of you guys know, tell me in the comments below if that's been going. But anyways, let's move on to the next one.
Top anime series. Ishizoka Reviewers 9.28. Number 2. Furumeto de Alchemist Brezudo 9.22. Yes, the flex was huge. They called me a madman. I've never been the Thanos in the Thanos memes. Kind of feels good, not gonna lie.
This next issue I want to talk about was something actually a bit more serious. So some of you guys may or may not know about it, but Nux ended up getting into a huge big drama when it comes to the members of VShojo. So basically there was a whole thing going on where there was this dude who was basically like trying to pretend to be VShojo, and with this he was basically like trying to send emails out to people to basically like try to get their like personal information and to try to like dox them or like cause harm to them in any sort of way. And Nux was one of the people that was sent an email to. And seeing that this happened, he basically tried to get the swatter and basically tried to find out more about him and bring light on the situation and to make sure that like this dude can't actually hurt anybody, because if you guys may or may not know, Nux has actually made a video in the past about him even being swatted.
I'd say for pretty much a day after I got swatted, I was kind of on edge, I'm not gonna lie. I was spooked during the whole thing. Like, I was scared and memeing at the same time, and every time I got into a conversation with someone for the next, like, whole day, it's like, oh, do you like fried chicken? I'd be like, yes, I do like fried chicken. By the way, I got swatted. Like, it was the only thing
The reason I bring this up is because I wanted to get into a main situation where people were accusing him, especially a certain somebody who was a former person who worked at VShojo, was accusing him of basically like clout chasing and using the VShojo grill for quick views. And to that I say, shut up. Just honestly, just shut up. This is somebody who's already had the experience of being actually swatted by a person before. If anything, whether you choose to see it as like him like using it to get views or anything like that, he is still informing people about the situation, and it will make sure that people don't fall for this tactic of this dude who is trying to impersonate the company. To anybody who wants to like say that this is for quick views, just please go check yourself in the mirror, please. That is one of the most ridiculous claims like I've genuinely ever heard. At the end of the day, people are still going to be informed, and they're still going to know now that there is a bad actor out there who is trying to do malicious things behind the scenes.
Just to preface for the audience, when Nux told me the whole story, and I know the whole story, when I was like looking into
you
it,
knew this a month before all this went down, because I reached out to you when this guy was trying to fish me. And other people, and swat them.
but like you have the go together, and then they just like all ally against you and like fucking run some campaign.
It was a rough moment for everyone involved, mostly me. So the big thing was, a lot of people were claiming that I was asked not to upload a video, which I still think it was prudent to at least let the public know that there's phishing going on, which I'm still surprised no one else did. Like, I think as far as cybersecurity goes, the number one thing you gotta do is let people know that someone is phishing, right? Like, raising awareness is the most important thing. Someone applies to VShojo, which is a VTuber agency, and then they get an email saying, congratulations, you were accepted to VShojo, which is not legit. Well, how many people are going to realize that that's fake? I only realized it's fake because I never applied.
I mean, I'd have signed up if they'd have sent it to me. I'm not even a VTuber. That's how dumb I am.
Nuxtaku, I'm gonna keep it above 50 with you, man. You did nothing wrong in this situation. If anything, I think you were the main person who deserves an apology out of all of this. You should have never even made that apology video or take down that video, because nobody even like tried to inform people about this situation like you did. You were like one of the first people to like come on about it, even though VShojo even said that they knew about the situation already for a good while now. They chose to not say anything about it, even though this bad actor could have been out harming other people and lying to other people on the internet who may have wanted to join VShojo, and realizing that it was actually just a ploy just for them to get hacked. But there was one last thing that he talked about when it comes to the situation that I wanted to just give a quick brief opinion about. He also said there were members that during this situation tried to silence him.
In past dramas that I've had, I have been threatened by my adversaries, and they basically said, if you promise to never mention any of X people ever again, we will calm things down for you. To which I declined, obviously. But if that happened to me, alright, little old me, then obviously these silencing practices are massively widespread.
Basically like saying like if he doesn't talk about certain people anymore, they'll make this situation go away. Like, I've never been a fan of silencing somebody. It is literally one of the most disgusting things I think you could ever do to a person in any type of scenario. It is just absolutely gross. Overall, this just was a situation that just rubbed me the wrong way, and in my opinion, again I'll say, Nuxtaku did nothing wrong. Nuxtaku, if you for some reason see this last piece of the video, this message is personally for you. I hope you're doing well, man. I heard about the situation where you have some strikes on your channel, and you're kind of hanging on by a thread right now from one of your recent videos. I just wanted to personally say to you, dude, that I just wanted to thank you for kind of being like one of those YouTubers back in the day when I was a bit younger that I watched and had a good time watching. I remember your little beef with corporations, which I thought was always really funny. That's something I still like think about up to this day. And I honestly just wanted to say that I hope that everything just goes well for you, man. I hope that this situation, like, it doesn't turn out for the worse and you don't lose your channel and stuff like that. I hope you actually succeed a bit more than you had over the past couple of years. But yeah, it's just a little tangent of mine I just wanted to say before the end of the video. And personally, Nux, if you hear this, I think you deserve somebody telling you this, man. Stay weird, man. I can't really say fam because you're just one person, but you get the idea. Alright, we're ending the video.